It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Greg, love this matchup. We got a couple of defensive-minded teams in this one. They love to press the quarterback. They press those wide receivers on the corners. Man, points are going to be tough to come by in this one.
And as good as the defenses think they're going to be entering today's game, Mike, I think it really flips the pressure on the opposing offenses. Make the most of your opportunities. Each possession matters. Don't turn the ball over. Don't be afraid to punt it back and play a little field position. The game within the game, I think, is a critical factor for ultimately who finds himself victorious at the end of this matchup.
The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from the Steel City. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3", Justin Fields.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, Fields. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Fields. He's going to take a shot down the field. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he is calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
On play action, the rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line.
So you spend all week, Mike, working on what they call the opening script. It's the plays that you love the most and you want to get called early. The problem? None of those plays account for being called inside your own 5-yard line. But that's exactly where they find themselves after that sack, and that's a disastrous start.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. 3rd and long for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. This will be returned from just beyond midfield, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Jets offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points in this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Hall. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion.
These plays just kill you. Defense, the pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
3rd and 5. Fields. This one taken in by Reynolds. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Jets 1st down. Here's Hall. Finding room to the 20. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pickup there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On the run, here's Hall. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They get to Hall. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Fields now. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it with Hall. And he will dive into the end zone. Reese Hall Touchdown, New York.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Steelers offense ready for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Now a 2nd down throw from Rodgers. Here's a screen set up for Warren.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd and 6. Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single 1st down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait till their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
This is taken at the 25. The Jets offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Fields. He's got a receiver, Alan Lazard. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the 1st quarter.
Rolling right, it's taken in. 14 yards on that pass play there, and the Jets have a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Fields now on 2nd down. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
Second down, Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. He's got a receiver, that's Woods. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. Here's 1st and 10. They'll motion over Metcalf. The master of play action, Rodgers. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. Here's a 2nd and 9. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Off the play fake, Rodgers. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards. They'll run the toss with Warren. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. A carry here for Warren. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
On 3rd down, Rodgers.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
The motion man here is Woods. A 1st down throw from Rodgers. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Rodgers here on 2nd down. That is caught at the 3. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in! For Darrell Patterson. Touchdown, Steelers. Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it. And the Steelers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. On the give, it's Hall. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. On 1st and 10, Fields. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
Now he takes off. And he's in. Justin Fields. Touchdown, New York. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Carlson now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Jets will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Austin now to return this. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Steelers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Play fake. It's Rodgers. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Second down, Rodgers. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the carry, it's Patterson. And he'll maneuver his way down to the 44. Will McDonald, there to tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Play action now with Rodgers. He'll find his big target at Freiermuth. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a 1st down. Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half and good enough for a 1st down. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And it's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. on for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and through. And the Steelers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Jets offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. A gain of 11 there, and a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. A first down throw for Fields. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
He keeps it himself. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one. It is 3rd and 10. Fields now. He'll try and get there on the ground. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of the Steelers has it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet. But then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Austin now to return this. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Steelers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Now a second down throw from Rodgers. And that ball incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Fields. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Fields. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. And he will go all the way. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Now Carlson to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Jets have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Patterson now to return it. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Steelers offense headed back to take over once more. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14, and they'll begin 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Quincy Williams. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Garrett Wilson and the Jets offense now heading back onto the field. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. This one caught by Lazard. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's Fields. Taking off. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
Here's a run, and he will take this one across into the end zone. Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Rodgers on 1st down. He'll find Woods. That one is caught. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Warren. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense and receiver Garrett Wilson getting set for their next drive. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. They put Wilson in motion. They go play action with Fields. Catch made right side by Wilson.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
To the right side here, pass is caught. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. He'll try to run for it with Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards. Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That one caught by Wilson. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of the Steelers has it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery.
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On play action, Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
Rodgers here on second down. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Rodgers. He's got the first down and more than that. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. That's a Steeler first down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. That's quickly to Freiermuth on the RPO. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. A handoff, running left. This is Warren. And he will score. Game on. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Steelers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme.
And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Fields now on 2nd down. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
Fields now to throw on first down. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one at reach.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Reese Hall, that is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And making a hat trick, that is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
Carlson now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Jets will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Patterson now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense, and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. The master of play action, Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. The motion man here is Woods. On 3rd down, Rodgers. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He will have the conversion and more. And he will score. Game on. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The visitors' offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. On 1st and 10, Fields. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
A run here with Hall. Hall, a first down and more. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 35 yards.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
A first down throw for Fields. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. Inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And Mike, you talk about a turn of events. This team finds themselves defending deep inside their own red zone, trying to keep the other team out of the end zone. And what do? They come up with a clutch interception, return it the entire length of the field, and now it's their offense working with a short field, trying to get a quick score.
The home team's offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Field goals and takeaways. That's the 2 goals anytime a defense finds themselves in a goal-to-go situation. Now after that first down sack, I think the odds are a little bit more in their favor. Can they hold up here on 2nd and 3rd down? And if they can make the offense settle for 3, man, that's a huge win for this defense.
From all the way back at the 14 now. 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Metcalf left side. He's got it. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Rodgers. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. Here's 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to play in regulation. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
While everybody wants to attack the middle of the field, you just have to make sure you don't do it recklessly. You want to make sure you protect both the ball and your receiver. And in this case, he does both. Puts it on the money, picks up a big gain.
1st down. Fields. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time. When you're around the ball on defense, good things are going to happen. And this is a great example. He's not able to secure the interception, but the next best thing is he gets his hand on the ball, and it falls harmlessly incomplete.
2nd down. It's Fields. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. Out comes the kicker. Big spot for Anders Carlson. This to grab a late lead. Got the distance, and it's good. He knocks it through from long range. They move out front and take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
Austin now to return this. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Steelers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Another try, 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Catch made. That's Wolf. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the fourth. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Rodgers. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Play fake. It's Rodgers. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. The big fella, Quinnen Williams, forcing his way in for the sack. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.